Start recording. I got a question about the strat.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you were talking about reversals. So I've been trying to work with the strat a little bit. And one thing that I found out is when I'm working with higher time frames like the hour or the 30-minute. So if it triggers, like say for instance, if you go to the last two candles on your screen right there. So if it does trigger an evening star, what I found out is it'll reverse back up. So if I just get in on the trigger, it'll go back up and it'll kind of play with you a little bit early on in the candle. But what'll happen, so what I started doing is
You're saying if it reversed right here and gave us the evening star?
right. So if that last candle, if the third candle comes and gives you the evening star and it triggers. So what I've been
trigger for puts.
Say it again.
Triggering for puts.
Triggering for puts. What I started doing at first was as soon as it triggers, I get in. But then I realized that it starts on a lower time frame. It goes back up. It plays with you. And then, so what I started doing was, and let me know if this is a good practice, but what I started doing was I started letting it trigger, then go back up on the lower time frame and play around. And then what I noticed is on a higher time frame, like within the last, if it's on an hour time frame, within the last 15 minutes or 10 minutes, if it triggers again, then I get in on the second trigger, and that's when it'll flush down later in the candle. Is that a good practice or is that not?
It all depends on like the way you explained it to me. I'm gonna explain it like this. If the RSI is overbought, yeah, you good. If it's not overbought, it just depends on the price action and the market structure.
Gotcha.
Where is it swinging? Are we still swinging high? You know what I'm saying? Or are we taking out some lows to go? It doesn't even matter. Are we taking out lows to still swing highs? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What I do, like, this looks very bearish to, it just depends. Like, does this look very bearish to you or does it look bullish to you? Like this whole, after this run, like, you know what I'm saying? You got the inverted head and shoulders, cup and handle, right? A little consolidation, little small head and shoulders, boom.
I mean,
go ahead.
That price action right there looks bullish.
Right after all of this price action, now having this up here like this and seeing my whole chart, does this look bullish or bearish to you?
Oh, you at the 80 on the RSI? No, that's going to come down.
That's bullish to me.
It's bullish to you?
It used to be bearish to me a long time ago. So the reason, it's just like you got to be able to read this RSI. So, and how I explain it on one time frame is how it is on all time frames. You just have to see the magic happen. Whereas like, as soon as it crashes right here to the bottom, it has to crash to the bottom from going from the top. You see, and it kept going. Okay. As soon as it breaks this 50 mark, you're looking for a crash to the bottom. Sometimes it won't crash, right? And it'll just end up reversing somewhere at the 30, maybe. I don't know, because I got it 25. And then it just won't hit my 25 and it'll reverse, right? If I don't cash that reversal, I'm going to cash the break at a 50. But even this is very bearish to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even looking at the RSI, this is a PMG all the way through like that. That's why, you know what I'm saying? And on the chart, it's going to be a PMG. See it? You see this drop? That's, hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's my candle. Let me let you see the high. Oh, let me drop it. Where we go? There we go. See it right here? See the top, like the cursor is at the top right here, but it was on the green one, really.
Right.
See it right there? All right. That's a PMG. Look. This one still got taken out by some. I'm going to still draw it, but it got taken out by some. I'm going to draw it like that, and I'm going to draw this one. All the way down to about right here. No. Man, it's the magnet. It won't let me. Hold on. Put it down to like right there. So with me doing that, the reason I did it like this is because these highs of these wicks, I don't have it perfect. Look, let me try to bring it up so you can see it. I don't have it perfect, right? That's a high that never got taken out. What I mean, no candlesticks took that high out. I was just trying to draw it with trend lines so you can see, but look, this is gonna help you better because I'm already showing you like with support and resistance. This is the only wick that got taken out right here. You see? Boom, boom. So that was the next high from that high, right? This high looks like it got taken out. It's too much, so I'm gonna just look at the high right here. I'd be like 09 from 40.44. This one was 08, so it definitely took out that high. By 1 cent, came down. So my next high is right there, from right there, from right there, right? All of these are lows, higher lows. The wicks, right? Doom. Yeah, I'm gonna deem like anybody in the strat world is not gonna deem that like a target. I'm going to deem it a target because I'm a support. I'm a support and resistance trader too. Like that's why I tell people like learn from Sarah and stuff like that. But I don't. I teach the strat completely different because I'm not like the strat community. The strat, even like communities that like discourse that I'm put out and stuff like that. You could go there. You're gonna see they don't talk about ascending triangles. You will never hear those people talk about bull flags,
Nah,
morning stars. They don't talk that way.
nah,
Everything
they
is
speak against them.
yeah, exactly. Like what? That was not no bull flag. That was a 212 or a, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
Right.
think how they look like, but things of that nature. So that's why you hear me talk about the strat like so well. Why? Because that style is better than the bull flag. It's better than like knowing that. But I say that with all the knowledge that I have now. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't know everything that I know and how I utilize it, no, like every step that even how I'm teaching it is better for you to know. Why? Because then you make the choice to be like, no, I want to use this, I want to use that. That's why, like, if you go back and you listen to Rob, I studied him. If you listen to his old interviews and things of that nature, man, he doesn't do interviews no more. He'll always speak against like any type of patterns or indicators or anything of that nature, like bad. Like he was like,
Yeah.
right, crazy using that. Now he doesn't, even from like the interview that I gave with him, he didn't. He'll be like, no, you know, if that's working for you, da 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 da. And that's what showed me like, stop doing that. Why? Because I'm still trading morning stars and evening stars and all that stuff. And that's why I asked him, hey, Rob, when you created this, did you notice that these were evening stars and morning stars and things of that nature in that interview? And he was like, yeah. That's when I said, I don't care what nobody tells me in trading. Why? Because it's just like me. That's why I try to teach you everything I know, like and break it down. It's like looking at Goku, the super Saiyan. I don't know which one it is, but like the super Saiyan. And it's like, yeah, he can. I don't know. I'm just making stuff out of my head. Yeah, he can make Dragon Balls out of his hand. Yeah, he can just manifest ice cream and do this because he's at that level. So even if he tries to teach you that, you're still gonna have to go through your process. So you would really love to know his experience through that process. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's true. You love that. That motivates you. That's what you want to become. But that's not going to happen overnight. How was you able to do it? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I give my experience out. And you know what I'm saying? I be learning from people. It's not that Rob taught me that. You know what I'm saying? I just like giving people flowers. It's like, oh, when I was speaking to you, that clicked in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. If I wasn't never speaking to you or ask you those questions, that would have never happened. Right? Maybe later on down the road, because I'm always going to tell myself I'm not smart, but yeah.
Right.
So it's a PMG right here, right? In your RSI, that's the PMG too. I should draw a trend line on this one though. You feel me? So one candle is going to end up taking all of this out eventually. All right, stop there. I don't know why I don't want to draw the trend line. Oh, I ain't dragging it right. There we go. Right, because all those are highs, right?
Right.
These candlesticks are going to show us how they took those highs out, right? And you'll see, like, even if you study DD trades, he's a Strat trader. Strat traders are not really like, I'm just not that person, bro. It hurts me. Like, I tried it, but I can't. Like, go try to ask a Strat trader like to show you their strategy. They're just gonna be like, it's Strat.
Yeah.
They're not about to tell you, bro. And I'm like, watch, I'm gonna tell you, I'll tell you the biggest gem of the Strat. But yeah, so we're always trading PMGs, right? Because one candlestick is gonna take it all out, right? Obviously, this one didn't take it all the way out, right? But did you see how big this bar is? Just like that's why Rob do that stuff. That's because it took out. It's not just like I'm not gonna speak like that. That's how Rob would speak. It's like if you only know one thing, you're only gonna speak on that one thing. You're gonna be like, oh, it's because of the volume. I don't even have no volume turned on my chart. Have you noticed that?
Right.
I don't trade with volume. I don't care how much volume is coming in the market or not. Like, that's not my concern. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if there ain't no volume in the market, like, but it makes sense. Like, it's a holiday or is like it's a short week. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's not gonna be that much like volatility or that much movement. You know what I'm saying? You may get like candlesticks like this all day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I was gonna say with this one candlestick is because of this PMG. Like, PV one slow, so but I'm gonna still do it for you. And I'm gonna take it to another. I'm gonna show you, but on this one, I know you trade the strat, so you're gonna understand this. I'm gonna just show you like this. Watch this, because you get this, and this is gonna help you doing it from a bigger time frame. If I go to a smaller time frame, you know that this bar is gonna break up to. It's just this 1 hour bar is gonna break up to more bars, right?
Right.
So to the hour, the 30 is 2 bars. To the 15 is gonna be 4 bars.
Right.
Right? So that means that I got 4 highs here. Makes sense?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But and it could be bunched up, but that's coming from the 15th, That's why that candle took it all out like that, because there was more PMGs. There was more lows right here. You just don't see them because I'm on an hour chart.
Got you.
You feel me? So that's why it was so big, and that's why this one was so big as well. But this one is so clear. You see this? You see all the just go to the left or to the right, rather, I say. Right here. Look how big that bar is. Yeah, we took some of it out right there, but look, boom, we're gonna destroy you and take all you out. You know why it happens like that? Because they're having to go buy calls now.
Got
That's
you.
why I look at volume, because I know if I take you out your trade and this is all the way back like in Friday and this is coming from Wednesday, like swingers, like you gotta understand, go look at the open interest on SPY like 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out. It's the same thing. It's just people are focused on that one, that zero DTE or the next day.
So let
So
me ask you this. How do you know it's gonna take that out? Is it when it's approaching it, you say, oh yeah, we're gonna take all those out, all those targets out? Or like how do you know it's gonna take those out?
me, I would have thought it was gonna take it out here, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm like, oh damn, we're gonna keep going. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would have charted my chart and would have seen the market structure and things of that nature, but I would have been like, I'm bullish, bro. So I would have
Right,
like,
right.
I'm trying to break this. Let's go. Right. So me, I would have been out this trade like about a 50%. And not because I'm seeing the evening start, like the 50%. As soon as we would have held under it, I'm good. Because that's a big bar. And I don't want to keep going down levels. This is what I mean by that. I don't like to leave too many ranges, bro, when I'm trading. And you'll notice that if you pay attention to me like live, all of these are ranges. That's a whole range, bro. And this range, I'm getting from here and not from here. It's just
Right.
there. It's part of the range. This is where, like, you see how this is stopping right there? And I'm
Yeah.
not looking at that. I'm getting my range from here. Boom, boom. Body to the candlestick. You know what I'm saying? Look, we were right here. Boom. That's why you're having them bounces when we're coming back up. It was breaking. Boom. Broke back up. So like I would have lost on some runners, or I would have been, it just depends. The reason I said I would have lost on some runners, because I be trading, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would have been, yeah, I would have been in these like contracts and holding them, but I would have been like, all right, let me get another one. You know what I'm saying? They go pull back. Hold on, let me get another one. And that's what I mean, where it's just like, I'm not gonna like, if I'm already in crazy profits and taking profits, I'm not gonna start sizing to like 7K or something like that. I'll probably size 3K, 2K. You know what I'm saying? Start trimming away and holding. Like I just be trying. I feel like I'm cheating them if I put up money and I take all my money, not all of it, but like majority of my money, and then start taking more of my money, and I leave a little bit of money, but it's more than the profits that I took, and I was like, "What's up?" That's how I feel like when I'm trading. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's why you see me cash them trends, and I'll be like, all right, cool. It don't matter. Like that trade could go negative 30%. I still don't lose. What are you talking about? I only left 10 contracts off on the table. Like, I'm talking too much. But like, nah, you're not about like I did you dirty, Spot.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? But I played a game like that too, because the charts have done me dirty before too, as I learned, right? But as I dropped all these levels, right, I wouldn't want to go down. Like say like, oh, I would have did that. Boom, I would have been still like a little greedy little boy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, nah, let's see. I think we're gonna reverse, because I would have been looking to the market structure. I'm like, nah, we got a little morning star at this level. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like looking at the chart, bro. I'd be talking to the chart, like, what's going on? Like, I see the market structure. All right, cool. I wouldn't thought that we was about to swing low to get more liquidity. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? As soon as it would have boom, right? Right under this level, I'm gonna tell you exactly where I would have got out if I was like this. Look, right here, I'm done. Soon as this candle closed, like I still would have been in the I still would have been in the trade like 10 minutes. Nah, my bull's coming. Stop playing. I ain't even playing. Like, I'm for real. Like, that's just what I would have been saying in my head. And then this candle would have opened up, and I would have been like, oh, all right, let's go. Wait, let's go. Let's go. And then it would have started flushing. You feel me? And I would have been like, nah, I'm out this trade. And I would have went to a small time frame, like, nah, it's rejecting the 50. It's cool. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have got out of all my trades. So I would have been mad about that one trade.
Now is that a good practice for us?
Well, what I just said?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Have
Would
your
you suggest it?
I'm saying, yeah, if you want to try it, why not? Yeah. I tried at your own risk. I ain't gonna hold you back. Sure. A lot of people that told me not to do certain things, and I did it, and I was like, what's up? What you talking about? Right. But what I will always say is find your rules first. Like, find your rules, know the type of trader you are when you're that trader, because some days you're a scalper, some days you're a day trader, some days you're a swing trader, some days you all three because you're just feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Some days you're just a trader that sits on your hands, right, and just watch the market. It's hard to do that when you're like not consistently profitable, because I've been there before. It's just like, nah, this, you always feel like this is gonna be the one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thinking honestly, that's how I always felt. And I be still feeling like that, like, yeah, this the one. Told you. You feel me? But that's after so much. I practice a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm trading, I'm practicing. I'm aware of that. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm practicing. You know, I'm aware of that. So it's just like, it's hard for me to forget to like, nah, hold on. It left my level. I know what happens when it leaves levels like this. It goes to the next level. It came down here and it stopped for a second. Then it came down here and it stopped for a second. Then it came down there and it stopped for a second. It came down here. Why? Look, I'll draw it to you. To the left, you see the stop? See the open? And this is when it broke it. Look at it right, even right here. You see how it stopped right there? She's not going to be picture perfect. And then this one came out and said, oh, God. See how this one stops with everything? It's just market structure.
Yeah.
And that's true support and resistance. Like, I've been telling people that for a long time, but I get it. Like, I used to be like a hard-on educator. Like, nah, bro, you need to learn this, bro. You need to know this. You know what I'm saying? That's how I used to be, because it's like I'm passionate. But I learned where it's just like, it's not about that the person is gonna go through what they went through. Bro, Moody, you're human. If you know something, like, bro, I know how to put this jar, this on this mason jar. If you try to teach, just because I'm open-minded now and I know life now, I'm gonna be like, yeah, let me see how else can you do it? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be open to it. But back then I'm like, no, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Man, whatever, bro. Stop talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
Right.
we're all fixed into our habits already. Like, you know how to tie your shoes, bro. You're not about to hear somebody tell you how to tie your shoes a different way.
Hey, Moody, on your support and resistance on the candles, once that candle covered up, like you see, I done took all these candles out,
Which one? This
all
one?
these that done been took out on now to the upside. So all them
Where?
candles
Right
covered,
here?
right? No, show me your screen again. Everything. Show me everything.
Oh, like coming back down here?
Yeah, everything. So all these candles to your left done been covered by the candles to the right now, haven't? Because then I took out all them targets, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So now you'll start working support and resistance from the top, from these candles on the right now, right?
I
You know
put
what I'm
some
saying?
resistance anywhere. I got you, Luther. I got you.
No, what I'm saying is, I remember one time you said once the candles done been covered, all the targets done been hit, you'll start working support and resistance on these targets, right?
Yeah, but this is support and resistance that I'm drawing. Nah, so you're getting confused. I see what you want to know now, because I was going to do it live for you. But this is what you're talking about. I drew support and resistance. That was all off of the bodies, opening and closings of candlesticks,
Yeah.
right? You're
Yeah.
talking about when I'm just taking targets. Let me make it perfect. Let me put the magnet on. Like, that's a target, that's a target, that's a target, that's a target. I'm only doing it that quick because remember, I went through all this price action, so I know which ones didn't go through what, right? That was a target. This was a target at one point when.
Yeah, I got the targets.
So no, yeah, this is what you're talking about. When you just draw targets, you're right. When the price starts to go up on it, it's support and resistance.
So these candles right here on this side now are going to be start being the support and resistance, right?
Yeah, it's going to play all these targets as support and resistance. To make you see it better, it's just, it doesn't look, because it's off the hour, right? It doesn't look like, you can see resistance, right? Off of this target, when it got taken out, you can see resistance, 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 breaks over, finally, right? That's like probably 50% of that. Bull flag hits the next resistance. That's how I look at it. Hits the next resistance. Oh, we're over the resistance. We're trying to claim as support now. Breaks back under it, still trying to claim as support. Claimed as support. When it broke over right here, it's still trying to reclaim as support. As soon as it opened here and it bounced and started pushing up, it reclaimed support. This one just bounces. That's why you're not seeing none of the bodies close down here. Bounce, boom, bounce, boom, bounce, boom. Let's go. This was trying to create support and resistance off of this target. I was about to do the support and resistance off of there because it's like I'm used to it, but what you're asking is off of this target. See, off of here, that was resistance. You see it? Resistance, wick, nothing closed over it. Resistance, resistance, resistance. It don't matter that it closed right there, still resistance. It wicked, it tested it again. That's like a little double top, right? Resistance, boom. It created a bull flag, breakout, opens over it. And now it took out that target. Bow.
And so the other part you was doing on the bodies, yeah, I understand this part. I've been understand that part. I'm just trying to figure out how are you combining both? You see what I'm saying? You combine both with the bodies. The bodies is the range. Okay, now I know it. Okay, now I think I'm understanding. The bodies are the range, right? And the targets
are. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. The targets are the bodies are the range, and what?
And the targets are the support and resistance. Or am I okay?
All right, no. It's because you're trying to understand the way I use the terminology for my trading, right? So I'm gonna explain it like this with one candlestick. You got it. You got it. You just confused on one part. Let me use this. So the wick from wick, that is your whole range.
Okay.
From high to low. It's called price action. From
Okay.
high to low, that's your whole range.
Got it.
This is when it broke the range.
Got it.
That candlestick, that's when it broke your range.
Broke
right?
structure.
Exactly.
Took
Yep.
down.
Yeah. Look. Why, Luther? Dang, what's the dang, you fire. I like that you said that. Why? Because that's structure. That's market structure. That on a smaller time frame. I'm gonna go to it. Don't worry. It be going slow, but I got you. Because you caught on. All right, where these candles is at? Or so we gotta go more to the left. Let me do this. Always makes the chart bigger. So this is market structure. Even to that one bar, you will see your swing highs to swing lows. Right now, this should look retarded. It just look like wow. But watch this. Remember, this is why I use the horizontal rate, because we would have stopped right there thinking that this is where we drew it at, right? You can see this whole thing now looks like your hourly chart because you've been staring at it for a while. Remember, I gave you the PMG, the do. All these charts are the same chart. You know what I'm saying? Once you can realize that, you'll realize it how you start playing with it and seeing it. But all right, why is it your market structure? This is swinging low. I'm not gonna go too far left. Let's see if it drops all the way right here. All of these candlesticks are taking out targets. Like all of these are doing this. Taking out these lows. Bow. All these candlesticks right here. Bow. Right? It just decided to boom, retrace right here, come back up. But all this is part of your swing high, swing low. It's still swinging low. It's popping up to get liquidity from here. Now that I drew it like this, I'm gonna just maybe don't. I'm gonna remember. Delete. It was around here somewhere like this. We're gonna be great though. All the magnets are gonna be great. All right, so just like I did all these lows right here, it came back to get liquidity. It's not like, oh, it's trying to fake you out. It's the market structure. Hold on, let me let it see it. I'm gonna go to the chat here in a second. I see somebody put something in the chat. So all of this is, dang, why are you trying to do this like that? Why you gotta go so slow? Right, that's why you see these candles like boom, taking out all those higher lows because it's a PMG, right? All of these are taking it out. It's doing it again. So now it's swinging low to take out these lows. It's the market structure. It has to fluctuate. That's how it's taking money from y'all, taking money from you, taking money from y'all, taking money from you, taking money from y'all, taking money from you. It's just some people are taking profit, and profitable. And other people are like, bruh, I haven't, you know what I'm saying? But we're buying multiple contracts and compounding our not interest, but our profits, right? And we're just like boom, taking money out. And some people are not. And you can, and it's not that some people are not. Some people are skilled to wait for their setup, and it's just like, oh, they caught the bottom, they're taking it all the way up, right? And depending on the strategies that you utilize, it allows you to do that, right? Like say like the Elliott waves. That's why I want to learn that, right? And Kim trades the Elliott wave. That strategy will allow you to do that because it trades like that, right? You get in and it gives you like TPs off of the fib. Let me not talk about all that because I don't know. Right. So long story short, it swings low. How I just did all of this, remember, all of these are taking out targets over here, like doom. It's swinging low. So now we could just go ahead and delete these and talk about that range. And then we'll go back to the hour. That's that range from the hour, right? You could even like look down here and just see, I'm not gonna have it perfect, but like basically like 1 o'clock all the way down to like 2 o'clock. So like that was what, 128. that was 248, but like you get the point, right? So that was your range. So look, remember, Luther, when I was like, this is when it broke out your range. That was that one big candlestick that left that range. That was these going doom, 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 doom. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time it flushes, like flush. It's just grinding down, right here, flush. But that's what that is. So to further explain that, let me just go back to the hour. Let's take it back to the beginning. You see, look, I still did it perfect, Luther. You feel me? Almost perfect, but it's damn near perfect. So that's your range. Your high to your low wick is your range. That's your range. Now, and I'm gonna just do all the lines, but I'm gonna color coordinate them. This is support and resistance, the body of the candlestick. So the yellow is support and resistance. The bottom is support, the top is resistance. You just got to understand one thing about your candlestick. The red ones open up at the top. So it had support at one time because it pushed up. So on a smaller time frame, even on the 1 minute, you're going to see it go doom, 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 doom. It's not going to look like this hour, right? It had support at one time and it lost that support, right? It lost all support. So it broke support and it turned resistance.
Yeah.
It dropped to the next support. This support got lost when this one broke it, and now it became resistance. And this one, when it came over here, that's why you're seeing the resistance. When this one just came, it just said, boom, give me all that back. And just created the support it was trying to create. All right, we're going up. That makes sense?
5. Got it.
And then the wicks are also your targets, like not right here anymore. Like say, now that you know that this support, resistance, your range, right? All that is called price action. That's what it is. That's what that is. And that's why you'll see.
Let me ask you one question. In while you're talking about that, say you have a candle, a big candle, and I know your support and resistance are all the closes, but you have candles closing inside of the big candle. How do you look at that? You understand?
Say it again.
Like say this green candle. You see them 2 red candles you got right there, and you got the big tall green one. Don't come to your left. Let's see that big green candle. Now say that green candle was covering not the red one. Just say that big green was covering them first 2 red ones to the downside. How do you look at that? Just say this big candle was covering them 2 red candles. How should I look at support and resistance?
Hold on. You're saying, oh, damn. You're saying, I got to understand what you're saying. That's why I'm drawing on the chart.
Okay.
So this green candle,
and maybe I'm doing
it to the right or to the left?
The one big green candle right there, that one. Mm-hmm. Say that Moody was covering the first 2 red candles to the downside. How do your mind progress that? Should I be progressing 50%?
Yeah.
Don't worry about the support and resistance. Just focus on the big candle.
That's your yeah, absolutely. Because that's your, like, even though I was trying to get like the body of the candlestick, the top of this one got it. But if I see a big candle like this, I know that my support and resist, like I know that I gotta resist. Well, I'm saying resistance because I could see this red candle and it obviously opened and kept going down. But this would be a support right here and a resistance. I know, but this candlestick, look at how small those wicks are, right? And you can just look right here. You don't even have to stress your mind. Look at the opening. The opening is 440.38. The low, don't look at the high. The low is 440.36. I'm gonna deem both those. That's support and resistance right there, that level. I'm just gonna take the low for support. That can't, it's like, you know, it's like if you're saying your stop is too tight. That's too tight. I'm not gonna fight like this. the same thing right here with this red candle at the bottom, it's just support. Even the bottom of the wick, I don't care. I'm just gonna, I know it's the body, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get the body because I like the body. But even the bottom of that wick, I'm a demon support. I'm a demon support. But over here, this is gonna be the whole range. I know that this is resistance, and I know that this is the range. I already know that. But the thing is, the way I look at the chart, let me delete all of this. And I'll show you what you would have did, right? I'm gonna show you what you should have did first, and I'm gonna show you what I would have did over here. This, I would have just did this to this candlestick.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do. Use that as the 50% of the candle, and don't worry about the two. All I'll be focusing on if these two red candles will break it, or give me a wick out, and I know it covered a 50% back to the upside. You see what I'm saying?
Like if it wicks the 50% and goes back to the upside?
Let's say that red candle there that closed below the 50%.
Right here.
Say if it was to do a long wick and reclaim the 50%, I know.
Or if it closed right there, yeah, it's gonna wick back up.
But to the upside. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, any long wick like that, any long wick is that's deemed for a reversal.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of price action that they was down there for that 1 hour, and then they lost all of that. Oh no, they about to take it up the next hour.
Yeah. Facts.
And sometimes it rejects, and it just, drops down. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna gauge it with my RSI always too. Like, let me delete.
Yeah, can you go back to that whole RSI thing where you said it was bullish, but the RSI was up at the 80 mark? I think you were talking about it with Stevie Boy earlier.
Yeah, you gotta bring me back. You just gotta bring me back.
It was
I
like
know what you're talking about.
So you on the hourly, and the you were saying that it's still bullish. You considered it bullish, and then you asked, well, what did you think it was? And he was saying that initially he was saying, yeah, it was bullish, but then he said the RSI was high, so he thought it would. So I'm thinking like the RSI being that high, it's gonna retrace some, correct? We go up?
No, because I can read it. It already pulled back. So the RSI, like how you're seeing it is how I used to see it. You're probably just seeing the fact that it's overbought, that it's up here, so it's gonna come down. But what I'm seeing, this was a pullback. This whole move right here, that was a pullback from up here. And we try to go back over, like it try to run up. And the thing is, you're gonna see a run up because as long as we don't break this 50%, it don't matter if it comes down. If it just pushes up a little bit, it's gonna push the candles up. Look at this drop from here. We was at this high. We just come down to the 50% retracement. We didn't lose that much. And as soon as it did that, just doom, right? The reason I'm talking about the 50 is because it's gonna do it to this too. That's the beauty of the larger time frames in the RSI. Look right here. Explanation, perfect explanation. Everything is like support and resistance to me. So like before I even explain it, everybody knows I look at this support, resistance, we break this, reclaims resistance as support, right? Goes to the next resistance. So one thing too that it's just I know that the RSI is going to do this, but it doesn't always do it, but it does it. It's just not like super often, but it happens. Look right here. It did it almost here, but we broke down quickly. Let me try to bring it up a little bit more so you can see it. We break, and this is my 75, right? I don't use 70, so it's definitely doing it on the 70s, right? Breaks, uses that support. It's like this is resistance, create support, pushes up more. I just don't be talking about all these grid lines that be having on the charts because like, let's not go there. These are all these illusions I be having in my own mind, even though it be working out. We go there, right? Why? Because that's not real trading. This is overbought. You know what I'm saying? This is just like, I ain't gonna call myself crazy, but anyways. So long story short, comes down, it uses it as support, bounces, goes up higher, comes down, uses it as support. It'll do that at times, promise you. And when it's happening, even when this is like this on a larger time frame, it's definitely doing this like a lot more on a smaller time frame, like possibly like 15, 5. But yeah, this pulled back. But the reason I was saying, I remember what you were talking about. The reason I was saying that this is bullish to me, one is the setup, how it closed, right? Like, yeah, I know we ran up, and it's just like, oh, well, we ran up. It's the market structure. We got to pull back and stuff like that. Yeah, we might get a pullback like a week and go right back down. Like I like what Jordan did, like how he had a bias, a bearish bias mentality, like going about his Microsoft and his trades. I respect that, and I get that. Why? Because it's like having the market. Oh, and he explained himself like very good. It's like, bro, I'm going for push, even though it's bullish. Why? Because we could just have a gap down or just push down early for the market opening just to grab this liquidity. Like, you know what I'm saying? If pre-market was just up here or something like that, but it doesn't matter. That was Microsoft, right? So long story short, it'd come down, just take all that liquidity just to push it right back up. So that's like a quick, you know what I'm saying? Those are dope strategies, but you got to be really, really skillful to do that, right? Because he knows he's taking profits. Some people would be like, oh my God, yes, we killing them, we're holding. And it just shoots back up on you. Be like, man, you just lost all that. But long story short, it's also bullish to me because I do time frame continuity. And I know it's not overbought. But like, I know that would have sucked if I would have just said I do time frame continuity and I would have left it. I was just like, damn, bro, you can't tell me. So I go to the 4 hour, and you see how it's just bouncing off right there. Yeah, it can drop down, but check this out. This is why I move slow on the charts. 5 hour, we're overbought. Yeah, right. Pay attention to this. This is the real gem. 6 hour, we overbought, right? Yeah. 7 hour, we overbought, right? 12 hour, we overbought, right? All right, cool. Now, Charm, since we learning, right? Like, cause I don't know, but I know I'm learning something as I do this. You want to learn with me?
Yep.
I go look up and read the definition of what the RSI stands for. What is it? What is it? It's called a relatively strength index. What's the definition to it? Just Google it and read it out loud.
Give me a second.
Take your time. Once you read it, it's gonna click. But then I'm gonna show you why it's not overbought.
All right. Description: the relative strength index, developed by J. Wells Wilder, is a momentum oscillator that measures the speed and change of price movements. The RSI oscillates between 0 and 100. Traditionally, the RSI is considered overbought when above 70 and oversold when below 30.
That's all you got?
That's all I see here. So like,
Oh dang, man, this should be talking about a little bit more. All right, so true, facts. Now, relative.
Something else here. Let me read this. Let me see what this says. It says the relative strength index provides short-term buy and sell signals. Low RSI levels generate buy signals. High RSI.
Go back. You missed your gem. Go back and read that first part again.
The relative strength index provides short-term buy and sell signals.
All right, now let me give you a hint. When it says short-term, what pops up in your mind? I'm gonna fix your mindset right now.
Short-term meaning it would be a put, but
nope. Time frame. Short-term, 5 minute, 1 minute to the 15-minute. Short-term.
Oh.
Keep reading.
Low RSI levels below 30 generate buy signals. High RSI levels above 70 generate sell signals. The S&P 500's RSI suggests the recent rally has room to continue.
That's a new update. I ain't read that, but that's a new update. Thank you for telling me that. Now, the gym. Short term means time frame. To me, I could be wrong, but it's working for me. It's working for me. And this is what has been working for me. Short term. Now I'm gonna get you to understand this. What was that second part that said? Well, I'm gonna just say it because I always say it. You buy at 30. I buy at 25 because it can keep going under 30. Just look at your 30 and look at my 25. It bounces pretty well at my 25 and not at 30. It always goes under 30 and to be playing with there. Nah, I don't got time for playing with me. You can play with me at 25 and still tell me we're going up. So buy at 30s, sell at the highs at 70. Now, another thing about the relatively strength index is that it's relatively strong to the stock. So you got to understand time frame. Short term, it is overbought. It has to come down. It cannot. You see this? It does this like going over, coming down. It does that short term, but I promise you, it always falls back down either to the 50 every single time. And then one time or two times out the day, like if it was extremely bullish, it dropped like once or twice and then came right back up, right? Or it just probably just broke a little bit and just went right back up, right? So with me just letting you know that, right, that's happening on a smaller time frame. If you're overbought on this time, on these bigger time frame, it does not mean that the stock is going down. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could just see this little pullback right here and it was red, but Moody, it came down. Yeah, it's relatively strong. You know what I'm saying? Look, check this out. You gotta understand. That's why so many time frames on my chart. Why is it so relatively strong? I'll just take it to the monthly.
It's still
It is relatively strong. Didn't I say unless the RSI breaks this and it's under the 50, it works on every single time frame. So whatever, if it works on every single time frame and you just got to move faster on the 1 minute because it's 1 minute and it's moving all day, every day, right? I'll put up Bitcoin and I'll show you how it's moving. You just got to enlarge in it, right? If you keep going and give me more time, so now I'm gonna talk like contracts. So if I get more eccentric time value on my contract, it has to move slower. So that means my time decay has to move slower, just like the RSI. It has to move slower. What happened last time we came down here? It ran up here. I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna just put a line right here. Last time it came down here, it went right there. The last time it came right there, it almost went right there. Last time it came right there, it went right there. Then it almost broke. We're not even there yet. Right? That's one. Now, I'm gonna go from higher time frame down lower so you can really get it. 12-month time frame. This you're only getting one bar. It's a 12-month time frame. We got 5 more months left. You know about the 50% retracement. We smashing them out the park. I don't want to tell nobody like, yo, we're going to 480, but we're going to 480. That's a definite. And if we hold anything above that, look at what all-time highs do. Every single candle you're seeing from right here, these were all-time highs. Bye. Oh, all-time highs. Yeah, it plays with you. This is a whole year. Bye. Broke all-time highs, came back down. Next year, tested the lows, broke all-time highs. Next year, all-time highs. Next. You feel me? Look at how small the chart is. This is back in 1993. We have a true support for real, right here. Look how easy it is now to see this on the chart. We're holding a support. We're way past all these levels. That's why you got to go to a smaller chart, right? Watch this. Let me just delete all this so we don't get confused. And keep your eye on the RSI. We're overbought. You see that, right? Now I'm going to come down to the 6 month. Overbought. You see how we just riding this thing up. You got a morning star. Trigger. Continuation. 5 months. Seeing that from right here, 5 months left. 3 months. Morningstar turns into a tweezer bottom. So this is a Morningstar. This is a Morningstar on smaller time frames. We already know that, right? Creating your cup, rounding bottom, right? We're now piercing over. We're piercing over the resistance we have to take out target. That's why I'm like 457. If you read the forecast in the general chat, I should have pinned it for the week, but you'll see that that's the target, 457.83, right? So now we're gonna come down. You got 2 months left. We just started this quarter. Remember how I said July was gonna be bullish. I just needed to see how it opens up. Right now, this is a monthly time frame. So these 2 targets that we have here. Also, I'm not talking about the RSI, because we already did the month. And as soon as we leave the month, I didn't show you the weeks, but I'm gonna show you the weeks. But as soon as we leave that, 12-hour, 4-hour, all of that is overbought. I'm gonna take you to the smaller time frame to show you why we're not overbought. So now, those are our 2 targets right there. 457, 462, right? This one's a little higher because I don't got my magnet on there, right? So we know off of this right here, as soon as I go smaller, and I'm gonna just leave it there, there's a PNG there, right? It's like a domino effect. They all get taken out. I'm gonna go to 2-week chart. 2-week chart is better than 1-week chart. So delete. Right, we got that. We took these people out already. So you can know that we took them out. You'll see that the candlesticks are going through it, right? We took them out. We got them. You see how the PNG is coming about? And I'm going to just take the support because I want that, right? This target, I love it because it's damn near that support. Now that's the 2-week chart. We're not overbought yet. Good gauge. You go back test it, we still going to go, right? Good gauge. Go 1 week, we're not overbought on a week 2. And overbought for me is 75. Good gauge, right? Another thing that I love to do is I go to the left and I find my range. What range am I really playing? I'm inside of this range and I want to get inside of this range. What do I mean by that? It is playing this range. This 50 and everything is at the 50% retracement. That's where the candle's at. Moody showed them. They probably can't read the chart that way like you do. See, it's at the 50% retracement. So that's what it's trying to break through to get to the top of this target. Take them out, right? But I also know that this is the range that I want to get into. Boom. We're going to start wrapping this class up, though. Right here.
Shit crazy.
Right here. That's the range that I really want. And look how perfect it looks. I just entered it. Boom, take them out. Boom, 50% retracement. Boom, take that target out. Try to find some support. So we can hold over that. And we already created support and resistance here. It's just, I don't have to draw this on my chart. But to explain it is like for you to get it. That's how I'm looking. I'm looking to the left. I'm like, oh, boom, oh, that's what I see. Okay, cool, good. Right, so now that I did that, we already went through like those time frames. You go to the daily.
I still don't. What? Can you do that range one more time before you go? I know.
Hold on, look. Then you see the daily. We can still bust over that, and you already know that we can create support there and keep going, right? So as we do that, this is how I know we're not overbought. 45 minutes since we did the hour. It's already crawling down. So if we're crawling down, it's just I know how to read the RSI. So that means that this RSI on the smaller time frame is at the 50% retracement or right under this, right? So now that I said that, I'm gonna just start traveling all the way small, 13 minute. Wow, told you, 50% retracement. Let's leave that smaller time frame to a whole different range. 5 minutes, boom, we broke it. You see that? and then we broke back over. So it's just like I just know how to read the RSI. That's like the biggest edge.
Wow.
And it's just like I know that we're not overbought. All this room that I have here is like the room that I can see on the monthly, the room that I have on the daily, the room that I have on the weekly and on the 2 week. I can still push this price up higher and higher before it truly needs to go down. I could go to the 1 minute and then really see like, nah, psych, you crazy, there goes my setup. Bottom out that's a bullish divergent. What I mean by that, the candles are going down and the RSI is going up. As soon as I break my 50% retracement, see bullish diversion. As soon as I break my 50% retracement, it's a wrap. I know how to read price action. So it's like I don't need the higher time frames no more. I just need to know my resistance. I'm taking out all these PMGs, do, and then wow, finally hit 155, and I could be like, finally. And yeah, it'd be like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It makes sense though.
Whole lot of sense.
Okay, cool. Awesome. OBW was like liquidity. That's why I don't be seeing it, things because of how Zoom updated everything. It's like you can see everybody join left, like in the chat. So it'd be looking like the chat. Yeah, man. I pray I enjoy this class, man.
Good
Thank
shit.
you. And this is all Ray's fault.
Good shit, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Nah, I am tired of.
You know the thing is, bro. If you got to be able to really hone in on seeing stuff in real time, and like how you can just see with your mind computing right now, you can translate it over into real time. You know what I'm saying? Without the market standing still, and been working. That's why I done size down, work on actually looking at the price action at levels and seeing what it's doing and making a decision in real time, because what you're doing, you got to be able to do it in real time. It's easy to see it like how you seeing it, how you explaining it is simple, but your mind got to compute that in real time as it's happening. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been working on, computing everything. And okay, this is support, this is resistance, this is the range. I use that every morning. I use the closing price from yesterday, and that has been a big help. That close, that weekly close, oh man, stop that. Just if you want to, if anybody, I'm gonna let Moody go. If anybody want to know how important the closing price is, just look at Meta today. Just look at Meta. And when Meta broke that damn closing price from yesterday, that thing went off. Look at it in video once it broke its close and how it dropped. This is opening just when the price opened. And just look at it, find the closing price on Meta. And just start looking at the closing prices like Moody's saying. Resistance can turn into support, and support can turn into resistance. And look how many times they do that. And that lets you know what he's saying is very important. It has helped me a lot. Yeah, I just can't get that 50%. How he do that range, if I can get that part, it's a wrap. But I get the part with support and resistance and the range of the candle on a higher time frame. That shit, that gas, man. I just cannot get that range.
Before I do that shit, Luke. Oh, apologies. I look to the left before I do that. Like before I start fibbing stuff, I'm already looking to my left and I see the market structure where it's like, all right, cool. This looks like we still going up. Yeah. This looks like we're going down. I could be wrong, Yeah. I was wrong today, bro. I thought SPY was going 455. I was wrong.
Hey, I can say this here, man. The market going all-time highs. I don't know what it's gonna do after that. It took me a long time to see that shit, but I didn't know the importance of closing prices. And I go back now in hindsight and watching QQQ, and I had it on my chart. The quarterly price, the last quarterly price, not this one, the one that closed in April. And I was looking at it. I was like, man, that was your signal right there to close out all your short positions. When that shit broke that closing price, it's on my chart to this day, QQQ. When it broke that closing price, that quarterly closing price, that should have been my cue to get out. And I look at it every day like, damn, what the hell were you thinking, son?
Yeah.
And I remember talking to you, Moody. I remember talking to you, and you saying this shit was gonna go to a certain price. I'm like, he crazy as hell. In my mind, I'm thinking this.
I am crazy.
I'm like, he's saying this price finna go.
I'm crazy as heaven, man.
At the time, I'll never forget what you said. You say it was what is this shit at? I'm finna show you. Boy, that shit broke. I'll never forget it kept fighting. Now I'm praying to God, please don't let it break. And that shit ain't been back there since. That shit ain't, that April close, that quarter close, it's been gone. And Moody was saying it was gonna go to 3. I'll never forget you were saying at the time it was gonna go like 380, some shit you said. I'm like, he crazy as hell. That shit ain't been back that way since. But it was a good lesson. It was a good lesson, a costly lesson. But yeah, Moody, your shit fire, bro. Gotta give you credit, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
Supporting
Bitcoin going back up. Bitcoin going 30.43. You seeing Bitcoin like this, the market going up tomorrow.
Yeah. It's working on the 50%. The Qs
Right now, Luther,
cleared it. It'll clear the 50%.
where would you put the 50% retracement on this?
Huh?
Where would you put your 50% retracement?
On that big green candle?
That's where you'll put it at?
You talking about the green candle right now? It's showing you it's at resistance right
I'm
now.
just asking you, like, what candlestick would you put your fib on?
I guess the green one right now. The green candle where all them candles trading inside.
I wouldn't.
What would you put it?
You will put it right here?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would have had it here when this candlestick was coming out. I would put it on this big green one.
So that means it's at resistance right now.
But watch. Is that resistance? I'm just showing you how to use the fib for real. Well, how I use it. I don't want to say for real. This is how I use it. I would put it on this one. There's a big range. But the first range that I saw, I just look at this green line and I want this range right here. This is the range it's trying to get into. See, and it hit the 50, so I'll delete that one and be like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this range right here, bro.
Are you putting that green line there again?
Well, that's the double click your candlestick and go down to price.
No, why is the green line there? Again?
Oh, why? Because that's that's where the price is truly at. I want to know where the price is truly at.
Oh, great. All right. Okay, where's trading at right now? Yeah.
Where the price is at right now.
Okay.
That's what helped me see the market structure. Like, as I was studying, I would come here, and you see that green line? And keep bouncing from that line. And keep bouncing from that line. Keep bouncing from that line. So this line is a bounce area, but it is also resistance. This is where we need to break above. Anything above this line goes up, anything below this line goes down.
Yeah.
The chart will show you that. As you come, Yeah, we getting back up, but anytime it breaks under it, we stay under it because that's resistance. Now we just got back to it, about to break it, and it left us to PMG. We're gonna take all that out. And that's why I drew this range. Like, this is the next range to have, right? I would have drew it just to know, and I would have been like, oh, okay, cool. We about to take all of them out. But this is the range that I would have kept right here. Because this is the range I'm trying to get into. Boom, we hold into it, you know? So look, I'll show you. Because this is live, but this is live and it's not about to happen right now because of price action. Let me go to smaller time frame. 12 minutes. Excuse me. So I wouldn't put it right here, right? Most people like that learn about it, they'll put it right here, but that's the resistance to this range. And you're trying to leave that range, right? The RSI shows you that you can still push. So I'm not going there. I'm gonna go to the left. You see how I just started pushing now? That's resistance. Because look, there's resistance to this. This was resistance too, right? But this is now still a resistance. Any candlestick to the left is gonna be a resistance, and you're gonna have to break over that. This wick will get filled up. But I will go to the left. And literally look, I wouldn't put it on this candlestick because I can see that my price is here. So it's just like if I put it here, that's just gonna show me the white line there. I'm trying to get out of this range. So I'll put it like right here. This one's good, this one's good. You know what I'm saying? Like you can even put it like right here because you see it's right at the bottom of this one. But I'm gonna do this one. And I'm gonna show you. And then I'm gonna do that red candle. That red candle is lovely. See, because you can see it hit 50% and you're trying to go up, right? This red candle is the candle you want. Why? Because that is. That's the range you're trying to get into. See it? See that? And I'm only on the 12, so I could go down smaller to really show you how it's playing that as resistance. See, look, it's trying to break into that range. See, you go to the 1 minute and you're really gonna see how it's playing. It's trying to break in that range. You go to the seconds, this is gonna be like that though. It's gonna be like, that's very bullish.
I have to work on that.
And they already came in.
That's the last little piece that I'm gonna have to get. I'm just so tired right now, and you don't flood my brain so much. But that shit,
Imagine my brain, bro. I've been training all day, basically.
That shit, my brain fried. You know.
That's why I just swung stuff for tomorrow.
Well, hopefully that Tesla work out Wednesday night. Go up by 40 goddamn.
Man, Tesla's gonna work out tomorrow.
Huh?
Tesla gonna work out tomorrow.
Yeah. When they go up 100, the shit might be at 400 tomorrow.
The only one I feel like I'm gonna lose on is XLE. I think she's gonna pull back on me. I hope she don't.
XLE.
Yeah, but I think she's gonna pull back on me. I think that was like the end of my probability right there. I should never took XLE.
Well, if your thesis is for the market to keep going, you need these goddamn these spots like this XLE, because that's the second waiting of the spot. This shit bull flagging, man. It's just a big pullback on a 5 minute anyway. This shit flagging. What are you talking about on the XLE?
You got your real time or extended hours on?
Yeah, I got my extended hours. Man, that shit flagging. To me, it's like a flag. And
What
like
time frame you on?
it look, I'm on a 1 hour. It look like a cup and handle to me. Shit, it look like a cup and like a flag to me.
No, yeah, it's beautiful. I just don't like, look at the 15. I don't like being under my 50 sometimes, bro. It bothers me.
Lately, I just
But
been doing
I don't be liking the dip. I don't be liking the dip. The reason I say that too is because you see the price post like after market close is at 82.12. I had alerts set. They already went away. but they hit like, I know I had one at 82.05. I had another one at like 82.10. I didn't want to go down, and I was ready down after the market closed, before the market closed with them. And it started hitting those levels that I didn't want to go under. So I felt the way I felt, but
no more than me, but you know.
no, I'm saying I wanted to go up. And I wanted to go up. You know what I'm saying? It's just it hit levels. So I'll be like, oh man.
That's a
Tomorrow. I mean, rise up tomorrow, and I'm saying it looks good, bro. Like, I don't plan to lose the trade.
yeah,
It's just because it hit a level and it alerted me, and I'm like, but nah, I don't. I'm very particular. Like, I don't put out all my trades. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I put out a trade,
yeah. But it's still like I got a 2 hour on. It held the 50 of that candle. Even on 2 hour, it looked.
oh, when I said 50, I meant 50% retracement on the not 50% retracement, 50 mark on the RSI on the 15-minute. I ain't like that I was
That, but I'm looking at that mother bar from the morning on the 2 hour. It held the 50. And me, this is how I look at flags now. If a price on a big candle hold a 38, at 38%, it's a flag to me. It's a flag. That's just a flag. I try not to overcomplicate it no more. It can do all kind of shit. It can make a U, a S, but if it hold a 38, it's a flag and it's going up. You know, that's how I've been playing flags lately. You know, sometimes you want the flag to look like the picture they show. And then I was listening to a guy one day, he said, man, if it hold a 38, you can make an S, a U, a T, but if it holds a 38, it's a flag. And it works. If it holds a 38 of a mother candle, it's a flag.
Hey, it probably is on a higher time frame too.
Yeah, 2 hours. Look at it. It's a flag. It's a flag. 4 hours. It's a flag.
Yeah,
and that's too Moody.
4 hours.
That's a flag.
Yeah,
This-
4 hours. Yeah, it's still flagging.
You're a flag.
It's still flagging. I'm saying that's flag. Like, I agree with you. Like, that's a flag, bro. Like, even the 2 hour, the 1 hour is all a flag.
Yeah.
I just want to be over. Like, look, this will make me feel better. I'm gonna go to the 30-minute. You see the 30-minute? The 30 made me feel amazing. It makes me feel extremely like bullish because it's over the 50% of the RSI, and it's flagging the way it's flagging. That makes me feel better. I just tell you all my emotions, bro. Like, we're not gonna lose the trade.
They're trying to scare you out of trade, but
Huh?
even if you do the Strat, it's an evening star in evening star side of flag. So
Yeah, man.
Two up. And shit, that shit going high, man.
Yeah, it's going higher, Luther. Look, this one, just go to your 2 week. Go to your 2 week and look at your previous candle and how we're above the support. We're good, bro.
2 weeks.
I just wanted sometimes it'll make me pull back. I just don't want it to pull back. I want everything that I bought to be over. I'm not gonna say like $3 and stuff. Some of them is not gonna move like that, but I just want everything to be in profits when I wake up, and I just want to take profits. And if I want to leave a runner, it just depends on how I rise up tomorrow. If I want to leave a runner, I look at the market structure, even for the Tesla earnings. You know, I may just leave a runner, but I just want to take money and go right back to bed. But who knows? It may just change, man. I don't know. I might just stay up, but I'm gonna be with my son, so.
Yeah, I just got to wait till one day cat come back down a little bit so I can start playing it back up. It's gonna hit all-time highs tomorrow, so that right there, $2 away from hitting all-time highs. It's like I played it a little bit, but I didn't hold long enough. But
it's not about holding long enough. Like, you're gonna hold longer positions with a longer expiration, you know? And you gotta understand, Luther, like, it's easier for me to hold positions because I just been profitable longer.
Yeah, when you're a losing trader like me, been losing.
It's not about you being losing. It's about,
Well, they're
I just
holding.
don't know, put it in that sense. It's just, I'm playing with house money.
Yeah, and I ain't.
Salud, bless me. I'm playing with house money. So, you know,
Yeah,
if you already hit goals and you
Yeah.
get extras, it's easy to play with the extras.
yeah.
That's why, you know what I'm saying? Like I was in that same predicament. Like I mean, like, oh man, you know, gosh, I was there. It's just your discipline. That's all it is. Is you just got to make the choice to no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this.
Once you get it, and that's why I say sticking with it, it's gonna come all back in some. Like I said, I'm gonna be looking back on this and like, damn, why I was doing that old dumb shit, and I'm gonna be telling people my experiences. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people learning curves is different. Some people got to be knocked across the head. Some people you can just tap them on the shoulder and they learn. You know, like when I be coaching these young kids, you know, some of them you got to be hard on. Some of them they just catch on quick. You know, so I'm just one of them knuckleheads.
Hey man, don't call yourself that, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here, man. I'm gonna get me some rest, eat me some food, man. Break this fast. I already started, but yeah, man. Everybody have a blessful night. May the Lord continue to bless us from the crown of our heads to the sole of our feet, and continue to send beautiful presents that He continues to send every single day. And take care of our families, right? So yeah, peace and love to everybody.